Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be giving you guys this very glam, extra, somewhat, fully drugstore slash affordable makeup. This is all affordable and drugstore stuff. I'm going to be showing you guys some of my favorite products, some new products, my first impressions on new products, and just giving you guys this look. I hope that you guys enjoy this look because a lot of you guys are the ones who requested this drugstore affordable look, and I always like to bring you guys doable stuff, affordable stuff, hence this makeup look. So yeah, I myself love high-end stuff, I love new stuff, I love new products, but I also love that the affordable slash drugstore, you know, brands are becoming really pretty much high-end also. I mean, a lot of these products you wouldn't think are just as good as what they are. I mean, you just can't judge a book by its cover, basically, because I was definitely judging in some of my first impressions in this video, and I was impressed. So anyways, if you guys want to learn how I achieved this makeup look right here, then please keep on watching. What's up guys? So today I'm basically going to be showing you guys my process from beginning to end. I did a poll today on Instagram showing or asking you guys what kind of Valentine's Day tutorial you guys would like to see, and a bunch of you guys voted for all drugstore. So I'm doing all drugstore, 61% versus 39%. So I'm going to be doing a full face using all drugstore products, and as you can see, I got my brows nicely done. They're much thinner today. I mean, they're still kind of thick. I like getting them done this thin-ish. I guess this is thin for me, because when they grow out much fuller in the areas that I want them to grow out. Like basically when they are waxed or are shaped this way, they end up growing out the exact same ways. Anyways, I'm going to hop into doing the eyes because I just like doing the eyes first. It's my preference. So I'm going to start off with my brows. Like I said, I did them and I got them done, and since this is full face using drugstore, I didn't want to cheat and use a high-end product on my brows when I can simply show you guys. This is going to be first impressions on a lot of stuff too. This is my first impression on the new Maybelline Total Temptation brow definer. The only thing that's kind of looking weird to me is the fact that it's a super duper tiny spoolie. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I somewhat like it. My only problem with it is that every time I kind of spoolie to blend it in, it kind of takes away a lot of the product. But I do like the amount of product it gives out and how pigmented it is. So now I'm just going to go on top of it to kind of set it. I like setting my brows with the powder just really lightly so that the product doesn't move, and it seems to be that this one is going to most likely move a lot if already the product is just being wiped away when I spoolie the product out. So I'm going to be using my BH Cosmetics Ultimate Brow Palette, one of my absolute favorites. I'm just going to be taking this light shade right here. It's a little bit darker than it is in this palette, so I just like to use this color to set it. Okay guys, now to go in with a trusty old product that I've been using for years now, even on my clients, guys. I love this little thing. It's amazing. So this is the NYX Conceal, Correct, and Contour little kit. This is in the shade Light. So I'm going to be using these two, blending these two together, just carving out my brows and cleaning them up. Just as simple as that. My brows look really weird, but this is the process that I go to get them to be as perfect as they are, at least for me, for my taste. So before I go ahead and blend this, because I usually just blend it while I do my eye makeup up here, and then I blend this part once I move on to my face, so just don't mind the fact that it looks weird right now. I'm just going to set them really quickly with what's left of this brow gel. So this is the Rimmel London Brow This Way brow gel. This is the transparent one. I know they have colored ones, which I actually do have, but they're all brown tones. Now going in with the NYX concealer, the same concealer that we used for the brows. I am just going to put that all over my lids and blend it out. And then to set it, I'm going to be using the Rimmel London Insta-Fix and Matte pressed powder. I'm going to go in with this palette. I have dipped into this once already, but just for a simple little makeup look. This is a brand called Collab, and they sent me a bunch of their stuff, and I realized that they're so affordable. So I think this palette is like $12. So the first shade that I'm going to be taking is just this brown shade over here. I'm just going to use this shade as my transition shade, and I'm going to really just buff it out thoroughly into my crease and way above it. I'm just going to blow this look out. So now the next shade that I'm going to go into are this one and this one. So it's going to be these two, the orangey one and the kind of reddish one. I just want to blend these two in the crease before we go in with the next shadow, which will be the pink, if you didn't already guess it. So now that that color is placed exactly where I want it to be, it's already coming out very seamlessly, and as you can see, these shadows are very pigmented for an affordable little palette. So now the next shade that I'm going to be picking up is this very pink shade. So I'm going to put this shade on the inner and outer corners of my eyes to start creating the halo effect. I'm just going to be blending them and mating them together in the middle. Alright guys, now for the center shade to top it all off. Just as a base, I'm going to be using this this is by CoverGirl. This is the Vitalist Healthy Glow Illuminator. So this is the highlighter illuminator in the shade number 3, and this is what it looks like. Super duper pretty. So I am going to put this on the center of my eyelids, then I'm going to set it with a shadow. So this shadow that I'm setting it with is a single foiled shadow from Deck of Scarlet. This is in the shade Kim. Okay guys, now to top it all off, just to add a little bit more glitter because it's Valentine's Day, and come on now, this is an extra glam for being drugstore. So these I have used before. Also, this is the glitter eyeliner from BH Cosmetics. This shade is in Misfit. It's basically like silver and pink in here, so it's just really going to pop. I'm just going to lightly go over the eyeshadow, foil eyeshadow. Now time for lashes. Once I curl my lashes, the mascara I'm going to be using is the Maybelline Total Temptation. So the lashes I'm going to be using today are, of course, Ardell Wispies. These are my favorite lashes ever. They're my go-to always. Now that the lashes are on, the eyes are almost done. The top part of the eyes are pretty much done. I'm just going to take the makeup wipe that I've been using to kind of wipe off my hands and just clean up the edges of my eyes. So now moving on to the face portion finally. The primer that I'm going to be using is an ultimate favorite drugstore primer of mine. You guys always ask if I have a favorite drugstore primer, and this is it. This is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Primer. This has sunscreen in it, so definitely wouldn't prefer this if you are on the oily side. So I'm just going to place this all over my face. So the foundation that I'm going to be using today, I have not picked up in a while. This is the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. So with this foundation, I'm going to mix in the Collab The Filter Highlighting Liquid. So let me just swatch this a little bit for you guys. Like, look at that. So I'm just going to pour some of these drops on the back of my hand and again mix it with the liquid highlighter and then just buff it into my face. Now for concealer, I'm going back, like way back to when I first started my videos, and I was using a lot more drugstore back then, obviously. So I just repurchased the Maybelline Age Rewind because I have noticed that people are still using this, that it's still a really great concealer. I'm just going to place this everywhere that I would normally highlight, so right under my eyes, my forehead, the bridge of my nose, my chin, you know the drill, and then I'm just going to blend that out with my beauty blender. So now that I've blended out my concealer, guys, time for powder. I'm going to go back into a trusty old powder. This is the Ben Nye Banana Powder. So I'm going to slightly bake with this in the areas that I highlighted and then let it sit for a few seconds and then just pounce it all in with my beauty blender. Okay guys, so now that we have set the face and it's looking good, I really like the coverage of this concealer. I forgot how much I love it. So now we're just going to quickly finish off the eyes. So I'm going to be taking just this transition shade and just the pink shade. I'm not going to be going back into all of them. I'm going to use the transition shade first and then going into the pink shade right underneath. Okay guys, now that the eyes are pretty much done besides the highlight, I'm going to wait until we move on to the highlighting portion of the face as well. I'm going to go in with bronzers, so I'm going to be using this new To Me bronzer. I don't know how long it's been out or if it's even a good bronzer. This is the Rimmel London Natural Bronzer in the shade Sun Bronze number 22. Okay guys, now moving on to blush. I'm going to be using the Collab blush. This is in the shade Just for Fun. And I have used this already, and I'm gonna say it's definitely probably one of my new favorite blushes. Now for the best part, the highlights. I'm going to be using Sleek Makeup's highlighter. This is the palette in Cleopatra's Kiss. I'm going to be blending these two powder shades. Because I want this look to be very glowy and dewy, obviously, as you can pretty much tell. This is optional. Obviously, you don't have to bathe in highlighter like I did, and you don't have to definitely use this, which is a glow mist. This is the Pixi Glow Mist. Also, while this is setting, I'm going to be using the Pixi Makeup Fixing Mist, which will allow my makeup to stay all day and also allow this glow to sink into my skin as well. Now for lips, I have wiped off the excess makeup on my lips. So the lip liner that I'm going to be using is the NYX lip liner in the shade Natural. So after we line our lips, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Driver. Okay guys, so this is the finished look, pretty much with the lip and everything. This is full drugstore, and you definitely wouldn't look at me and think so. If you guys recreate this look or use some things that I used or even went out to go buy things because of this video and I've told you guys about, let me know, DM me. I'm always checking my DMs. I'm always wanting you guys to tweet at me, always wanting you guys to, you know, tag me in your posts that you guys do recreate. I love when you guys recreate my stuff just because it makes me so happy. Comment down below what you guys are doing for Valentine's Day. I'll comment back. You guys are all my Valentines. Sending you guys all hugs and kisses. Mwah. I wish I could hug you, but just know that I am. I love you guys all so much. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It's right down there. Right down there. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button, which is also right down there, and also be sure to hit the notification button so that you guys can be notified when I do upload from time to time. I promise I'll be back on my grind. Anyways, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video.